Our 1-2 punch to grow your shredding or RIM business. How to generate high-quality leads online and offline. Hi, my name is Jim Sullivan with Shred Marketing, and since 2005, we've been helping shredding companies and RIM companies just like yours to grow their businesses. This is an educational video that shows you how to generate more leads for your shredding or RIM company. But it's also a video that contains an offer to do all the work for you and help your business grow. If you can invest just 30 minutes, I'll show you how to increase your lead flow both online and offline with our 1-2 punch. When business owners think of generating leads online, they only think of using SEO to get a higher organic ranking in Google. But when I suggest that you generate leads online, I'm not talking about employing a long-term, impossible-to-measure strategy like search engine optimization. SEO may be a good long-term investment for your business, but it can take months or even years for your listing to get ranked in the top 5 slots on a Google search page for SEO to actually work. And if you need to get in the top 5 slots in order for SEO to work, but there are 5 or more competitors in your market that have been doing SEO for years, how are you going to leapfrog your competitors to get one of those top 5 slots? Chances are it's not going to happen. But what if I told you there was another way to start generating leads using Google? A way to get your shredding or RIM company at the top of a Google search page in 48 hours or less, and at a cost of $23 to $28 per lead. Would you be interested? Here's punch number 1 of our 1-2 punch to generate leads using Google AdWords. Now, Google AdWords is pay-per-click advertising, referred to as PPC advertising, where you only pay when a prospect clicks on one of your ads. As you can see, when someone does a search, in this case for document shredding, they enter the search term in the box, and 4 ads appear at the top. Those are all the paid Google ads. In the center are the organic ads, and at the bottom of the page, they used to be on the right side. Now everything's 4 at the top, and then 3 at the bottom are the also Google paid ads. Now, unlike with SEO, Google AdWords, your results are 100% measurable to the exact penny. You'll always know how many prospects clicked on your ad, how many contacted you, and how many leads you closed. Now, you may think that very few people click on Google ads. A lot of people think that. But here's the fact. Google makes over 97% of their revenue from their Google ads, their Google AdWords paid platform. And you can see their growth over the years, and in the last measured year in 2015, they made $67.39 billion with a B dollars. Again, the majority of that from their Google AdWords program. So you may not be clicking on the ads, or you may think other people don't, but they do in fact click on them in now record numbers. But the truth is, you only need 2 to 3% of the people to click on your ad, called the click-through rate, CTR, to make it profitable for your business. So why don't more shredding and RIM companies use Google AdWords? Well, there are a variety of reasons. They've tried it before, and they have had poor campaign results because they don't know some of the things that I'm going to share with you today. Or they've heard about bad experiences from other shredding companies that have tried Google AdWords. They've looked into it and they think it's too complicated, and it is a little complicated, but many of them just don't have the time to manage their Google AdWords campaign. But you can test Google AdWords for a small amount of money to prove to yourself that it works. And once your test is over, you can slowly scale your campaign to get more leads or shut it down if it's not working for you. You can also cap your daily spend, and campaigns can be turned on or off. Ads can be set to appear during specific days and times, typically whatever your service hours are. And once again, the results, I'll say it over and over again, the results are 100% measurable to the exact penny. And it works fast, so fast in fact, you can actually start generating these high-quality leads from Google within 48 hours. We're talking about your phone ringing with new prospects that found you via Google. Here's how to make it happen for your business. Step 1 is to create a landing page. You must have a high-converting landing page if you're serious about marketing your business with Google AdWords. A landing page is a one-page website that is designed to do one thing and one thing only: get prospects to contact you either by phone or by filling out your contact form. A good high converting landing page can often double the amount of calls from prospects who hit that page compared to those prospects that are sent to your main website. The reason for this is because a typical website has lots of pages and too much information, and believe it or not, that can sometimes distract a prospect and make them less likely to contact you. We know this for a fact because we have split tested our landing pages head to head with our clients' websites, and our landing pages always generate more leads. This is what I'm talking about. This is an example. This is Iron Mountain. It could be any shredding or records and information management website. And I want to show you if they do a Google AdWords campaign and their ad goes to their home page of their website, these are the choices and the options that a prospect has. If the ad was for shredding and a prospect is looking for shredding services, they can go to services, there's solutions, Knowledge Center probably has a drop-down menu with a whole bunch of different pages to look at. About us, you can find out more about Iron Mountain, you can get a free quote here or here, you can go chat with somebody live, you can go directly to shredding, you can check out record storage or data management. Again, there's just far too many options for a prospect that is doing one thing. If the ad again was for shredding, they are looking for document shredding. This is an example of a landing page. It's one of the ones we've created, and I hit a couple things to protect the identity of the client, but we typically want to see your logo at the top, your phone number in the upper right-hand corner. We want the contact form in the upper right as well, a headline that kind of grabs their attention. This can be a photo or this can be a video. In this case, we chose a photo. We have two offers here, one for bulk shredding, one for ongoing service. We also included why choose us, some client testimonials, and additional information about shredding. We put that all on one page, so there weren't a lot of places for them to go and click and leave and not make a decision right away because they have a lot of information. You see, a prospect arriving at your landing page simply has to decide whether or not they want to contact you for a free estimate. That's it. It's called one decision marketing, and it typically doubles the amount of leads you get from a Google AdWords campaign versus sending prospects to your main website. So step one is to design a customized high converting landing page that you can use for your Google AdWords campaign. Step two, we do extensive keyword research. And by the way, I'll be saying we in some cases because that's part of our program, but this obviously is something you can do on your own. But we do extensive keyword research to determine the best keywords to use on your campaign. We also look at what your top competitors are doing and incorporate their successful elements of their campaigns into your campaign. In step three, we create a customized Google campaign that will send qualified visitors who click on your ads to your new high converting landing page. Your campaign must be very targeted so that it only attracts prospects located in your geographical market that search for your specific keywords. In step four, this is very important, we install conversion tracking so that we know which ads and which keywords are actually generating leads and which ones are just wasting your money. Now, a definition of conversion, by the way, a conversion in Google AdWords is when a prospect clicks on your ad, is taken to your landing page, and then either calls your office or fills out a contact form. That's it. That's a conversion. Installing conversion tracking is a very important step and one of the key things that separates us from other companies that do this, since 90% of them really don't even bother to do it. Conversion tracking gives us the data we need to turn off your underperforming keywords and your underperforming ads and run your campaign with only the high-performing winners. See, keywords and ads convert at different rates, so it's absolutely essential to track which ads and which keywords are converting and which are not so that you can make adjustments to your campaign. If you don't have conversion tracking installed in your campaign, it's like flying blind. You'll be making poor decisions based on incomplete data. And here's what I'm talking about. And this is a screenshot actually from one of our campaigns. And we removed the ads so you can't see and copy the specific ads for this campaign. But I do want to share with you, first, top, if you're not familiar with Google AdWords, clicks are the number of clicks that each ad has received. Impressions is the number of times your ad appears. So if somebody types in a keyword and your ad appears driven by that keyword, that's the number of impressions. CTR is the click-through rate. So the click-through rate of the 1,219 impressions for the ad, people who saw that click through 63 times, it gives us a 5.17% click-through rate. Again, that sounds small, perhaps to you, but once more, you can make Google AdWords work with a click-through rate in the 2 to 3% range, typically. So our click-through rate for this campaign at this moment was 4.43%. And just to follow along, average cost per click is the average cost for each click, obviously. The cost, total cost, is the number of clicks times the average cost per click. And position, if you remember that I showed you where the Google AdWords ads appear, there's 4 at the top. Those are positions from the top, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and at the bottom is 5, 6, and 7. Those are the positions. So it shows you what the position is for each ad, and in this case, let's say a 2.7 position that means your ad usually appears, somewhere in the 2nd or the 3rd positions typically. So with that, what we do is we split test our ads, meaning we let them compete against each other, and what we do is we always remove the loser of the ads after a period of time when we have enough data. We take out the loser and replace it with a new ad. And what this does is this typically gives us better ads over time, because we're always making the ads better. We're always introducing a new ad to compete with our winning ads. So if you don't have conversion tracking in place, like most people do not, you can look at these ads and say, well, we have an obvious loser here. If we're going to kill one of the ads, we've got one ad, ad number 2, with a click-through rate of 3.21%. That's below our norm, and it's the worst of the 3. And it's also the highest cost per click at $3.99. So this is the loser ad, right? Well, what happens when we look at it with conversion tracking? In conversion tracking, you say, well, wow, we've got 11 conversions, and again, a conversion being someone actually saw your ad, clicked on it, went to your landing page and said, hey, this looks good, I'm going to contact them. So they filled out the form or they gave you a call. 11 of those people. Our cost per conversion, remember I said earlier that it was in the 23 to 28 range. For this time period, we beat that. It was a little bit better than that at $19.35. That's our average. But we're right about there with ad number 2, so that's really not a problem. And we've got a conversion rate percentage of 20%, which is very, very good. Really, anything you can make it work 10% or over. Anything we shoot for 15%. So ad number 2 really isn't a problem. Let's look at ad number 3 though. Ad number 3 that had our highest click-through rate at 6.56%. And a average cost that was right in line with the rest of the ads. Again, you'd look at that if you don't have conversion tracking in place and say, hey, ad number 3 looks pretty good. But let's look at conversions, the all-important conversions. Conversions, let's face it, is the only thing that matters. If they're clicking on your ad and they're not contacting you, you're getting charged per click, so that's not a good thing. So ad number 3 only had 3 conversions. Now they had fewer clicks, but their conversion percentage was incredibly low too, at 8.11%, far below our 18.42% for the campaign. And look at the cost per conversion. If we're averaging just under $20 for this campaign, these conversions cost us more than twice as much. So again, with conversion tracking in place, you can tell, and you would, instead of killing ad number 2 like some folks would who don't have conversion tracking, we destroy ad number 3, bring on a new competitor, and go through the process all over again. Now it's the same with keywords, and again, I've kind of blocked out the keywords, so you can't tell which keywords we're talking about, but this at a different point in a campaign. Our average click-through rate is 4.16%. Again, that's pretty good for what we're for what our goal is. And you look through the click-through rates for all the top keywords, and you'll say, hey, they're all pretty good. In fact, they're all at least double what our average is. So the top keywords are all doing great. You'll see at the bottom keyword number 7 that I've got grayed out, and when it's grayed out like that in Google, it means we have paused that keyword. And even though it's getting the second most number of clicks on this page and probably in the campaign, and you would think that with the second most number of clicks with an outstanding click-through rate, that this would be a high-performing keyword, but it's not. Very few converted clicks, conversions if you will, only 2, and we can live with that if the other conversion numbers were working, but they're not. Our average cost per converted click right now for this campaign is $29.42 for this measured period. Now it's costing us more than twice as much for that keyword, and the conversion rate is only 8% compared to a 16% for this campaign. So that is a keyword that should be paused. After a period of time where we have enough data, and 25 clicks and 241 impressions is enough data, that's telling us that's not a good keyword. So we pause or eliminate that keyword. Again, if you don't have conversion tracking in place, you can't do this, and most people don't have conversion tracking in place. Now, I've already said it, but once you know which keywords and ads are converting well and which ones are not, you can pause or delete the losers that are not converting and draining your budget, and continue your campaign only with your winning keywords and ads. This, by the way, is one of the things that separates, and it's a make or break for your campaign, and it's a reason why a lot of people who try Google AdWords, they try it and they say, oh, it didn't work for me, it failed. Well, it didn't fail because you don't have conversion tracking in place. You don't know what's working and what's not working. Can you see what a difference it would make to the profitability of your campaign if you could eliminate all the bad keywords, all the bad ads that are getting lots of clicks but very few conversions? Can you also see why it would be foolish to run a Google AdWords campaign without installing conversion tracking? The sad fact is, again, 9 out of 10 people who run Google AdWords campaigns don't install conversion tracking. Why? Well, it does take some work, but you've got to link your Google AdWords account to your Google Analytics account, and then link both of them to a conversion call tracking system like CallRail or some other site. And you should know too that Google doesn't really put as much emphasis as they should, or I think they should, on tracking conversions, because Google gets paid on the number of clicks, not on the number of conversions. Again, it's pay per click. Google makes money on their clicks, not on their conversions. And if you track conversions, you'll be eliminating keywords and you'll be eliminating ads that are getting bad clicks. And that means less money for Google. So Google doesn't promote it as much as they should and as much as they promote some other stuff. If you're currently running a campaign, this is our challenge to you. If you're currently running a campaign or you have access to a past campaign, pull up your campaign results and see if you have numbers in the conversion columns. And this is what I'm talking about. Typically, it's the final 3 columns on the far right, and it'll have words like converted or conversions, that type of thing. If you have numbers populated in there, that means you have at least some conversion tracking in place. Now, some people only have the forms tracked and they don't have the calls tracked, but if you have numbers in place, at least you're doing some type of conversion tracking. And again, very important to the success of your campaign. If you do, then your campaign is tracking conversions, and I've already said it. If you don't, you either need to install conversion tracking or find someone else who can do it for you. Finally, in step 5, we continue to split test your ads to improve your Google lead generation campaign and ensure that you'll continue getting as many high-quality leads as possible. With a high-converting landing page instead of a website, better keywords, better ads than all your competitors, this is an opportunity for you to become a market leader very quickly. Now, our punch 2 in our 1-2 punch to generate leads is direct mail. And when I mention direct mail, I'm talking about e-newsletters, emails, and postcards. Now, this is what we do and what we recommend you do, a monthly e-newsletter to stay in front of your prospects. Therefore, prospects and clients. And there are news, what we choose is news and educational based articles. You know, you really don't want a newsletter that talks about your latest golf outing or who you hired as a salesperson. People, you find it interesting, I understand that, but for the most part, your customers do not, and they'll tune you out. But you also want to include offers and links to your website, and we've done that on the side. This, by the way, is our template, and we put our client's logo here, and then the 4 articles here, and we link them to the main article. And then at the bottom, we have, and that's where we include the offer, and we direct that offer based on the list. So if you've got shredding clients that you want to purge customers, I should say, that you want to convert to ongoing service, we'll do an ongoing service offer. If you have ongoing service clients that you'd like to get into your RIM program, we can do an offer for that. So based on your list, and then at the bottom, we link to your social media links as well. So. And these are some of the articles that we've done. I won't read them all in the interest of time, but what your smartphone might be saying behind your back, the New Year's biggest privacy risks, identity theft IQ test, LinkedIn users hit by spam attack, etc. Again, what you want to do is it has to be an information security type of article that would interest your prospect and it would be a value add for your clients, because again, you really want to stay in front of them more than anything else. And we have, when we do this, we have a very, very low opt-out rate, less than 5%. So it's working for us. It doesn't mean they read all the articles all the time. Certainly don't do that. But once more, it's to stay in front of them so you have an opportunity to sell down the road. We also do follow-up emails, and I'll use purge quotes as an example. If somebody calls in for a purge quote, what we do for our clients is we've created a customized series of 6 follow-up emails to help convert those customers, kind of stay in front of them again, as you will. And we send those emails out on your behalf on a daily basis. So again, if somebody calls in, as an example, for a purge quote, they don't always decide on the shredding company right away. Sometimes they call around for quotes and they kind of put it on the back burner. So the idea is, if you stay in front of them, if you're the only one typically that does, rather than call them every day and say, "Are you ready to shred yet? How about now?" You just want to stay in front of them with an email. These are the follow-up email topics that we typically do. Why choose us, meaning a client, of course. Why choose us? Why buy from a local business? You can talk about your shredding process. We include customer testimonials on another day, and talk about other services and other offers, if you will, all on separate days, all to stay in front of them. Now let's talk about direct mail. And when I say direct mail, I'm talking about postcards specifically, because many people believe that direct mail doesn't work anymore. And does it work? Well, in 2007, direct mail accounted for over $58 billion in sales for all companies. Last year, annual sales in traditional offline marketing, which includes direct mail, they were $93 billion, while online marketing accounted for $62 billion. Direct mail is still the preferred channel for prospects who receive marketing from local businesses, and of course that's you. The top 3 actions for people who received a direct mail piece included 44% of the people visiting your company's website, 34% searching online, and 26% who keep the direct mail piece for future reference. 56% of consumers think printed marketing is the most trustworthy of all the channels. Now, direct mail still works for shredding and RIM companies. You've just got to create pieces that follow the marketing equation. And what's the marketing equation? Well, when we put together any marketing piece, these are the steps we follow. We want to first interrupt. We want to get qualified prospects to pay attention to us, so we write a headline that kind of grabs their attention. We engage them, and we want to get those who do pay attention, the ones we've interrupted, to remain interested in what we have to say. We want to also educate them, give them enough information to make the prospect feel like he or she can make the best possible decision. And then we do an offer. In fact, we do 2 offers. We want to get the prospect to take action based on the information given, and that's our offer. We typically do an informational offer for the folks that aren't ready to go right now, and we also do an incentive offer, some sort of discount or free trial, that kind of thing, to get them to take that next step. I want to show you how this comes together in a postcard. This is for Record Storage Services, an old client who ended up growing his business and selling it off, and kind of retiring and doing some other things that he wanted to do. So we start with a headline, and again, we use a headline that grabs attention. And the purpose of this postcard, by the way, for a record storage company was he had a lot of, he thought he was losing a lot of business to the mini storage, the self-storage units. So we designed a series of postcards, and this is one of them, designed to kind of go after the security of storing in a mini storage unit. So we had a headline, a $4.95 padlock, the only thing protecting your stored documents from information thieves. And then we showed kind of a bolt cutter clicking it off or cutting it off. Then on the back, we engaged them with a subheadline. Fact, 1 out of 3 mini storage facilities will be robbed or vandalized this year. That's a pretty powerful subheadline. We engaged them with information about the only way to protect your confidential files, and then we talk about us, the client, if you will. 5 million records stored, 0 client files compromised, and we tell them all the reasons why we don't, because of our alarm system, motion detectors, all doors locked 24/7, card key access, etc. And then at the bottom, we have, I remember I talked about 2 different types of offers. Now this particular client wanted an incentive offer on the right to promote another business, but typically we'll have some sort of, again, price discount or a free trial for your core business. And then we do an informational offer for those that aren't ready to buy just yet. So we interrupt with a headline, we engage with a subheadline, we educate, and then we have offers to grab their attention. Speaking of offers, here's our special offer for you. Our 1-2 punch, in fact, special offer will give you access to everything we shared with you today. That's Google AdWords, the e-newsletters, the follow-up emails, and all the postcards, and we'll manage it all for you. For the Google AdWords portion, and I should tell you up front too that we've got clients that say, I want to do postcards and the emails and newsletters, but I don't want to do Google AdWords, or I want to do Google AdWords, but I don't want to do postcards. We make these all available for you, and then you decide which you want to run with. But if you do decide that you want to do Google AdWords, what we do is we set up your campaign, we create a custom landing page, we write the ads, we split test the ads, we select the keywords, and of course we track your conversions. We manage your campaigns and cap your daily spend at your direction and pause your campaign at any time, so you're not risking tons of money by testing to make sure it works in your world. We provide weekly reports as well on your Google AdWords campaign, including the number of clicks, the cost per click, the number of conversions, etc., so you know how your campaign is going. You get 30 days of campaign management. That's included with your initial package. And then at your direction, we manage your campaign on a monthly basis, and you can choose to manage your own campaign after we've set it up for you. So this whole program, by the way, is a month-to-month basis. So if we left after that, we're leaving you with a complete, intact, typically high-performing Google AdWords campaign. Or again, if you want us to continue managing it for a fee, obviously, we will continue doing that. We'll also create a customized e-newsletter, I've already shared this with you, and send it out to your prospects and clients. We send those out on a monthly basis from the list that you provide. We also do the follow-up emails that I talked about, a series of 6 follow-up emails, in fact, to help you convert those customers. And we'll send those emails out on your behalf on a daily basis. All you have to do is send us the email list, and we'll put it into our system and follow up with them. You also get access to all our postcards. That's 12 shredding postcards and 9 RIM postcards. and we customize any postcard you want to send, and we mail it to your list, or if you want us to generate a list for you to approve, then we can do that as well. The initial postcard design, your first postcard, is free, and then after that it's $65 for every new postcard design. If you sent the one original postcard out over and over again, you would not incur any additional design fees. But if you wanted to send a series out in different postcards, then it's $65 to design a new postcard. And then the printing and mailing fees, these are, by the way, 6 by 11 postcards, the size, to print and mail them is 79 cents and 89 cents, depending upon the type of mail service you choose. And you also get what I call coaching calls. It's essentially a monthly 30-minute one-on-one coaching call. We get your feedback, discuss different business growth strategies, really just to stay in touch with you, make sure things are working out for you, and for you to ask any questions. And of course, you can also contact us via email at any point as well. And you also get, if you're signing up for Google AdWords, anywhere from $75 to $150 in free advertising from Google, free clicks, I should say, from Google after you spend that first $25. So it's really a good opportunity for you to test the campaign. And again, Google kind of rotates their offers. It depends what they're going with this week. So whatever is available for you, we will get for you, as long as you've not run a Google AdWords campaign before. And in some cases, we can kind of sneak it in even if you have. Our 1-2 punch lead generation and conversion system, you should know it. It's not brand building advertising. It's not social media. It's not PR. All those channels and all those things that you're not sure whether they're making you money or not. You can quantify, I've said this before, but you can quantify exactly how much you spent, how many leads we generated, how many conversions you had, and how much money you made. There's no second guessing or no guesswork on whether or not your system worked for your business. And I should tell you too, this is not a system where we are somehow generating leads and then sending it out like some companies do, sending it out to multiple shredding or RM companies at the same time. It's not that. You get all the leads from your campaign. All the calls, all the forms go directly to you. They do not go to us. So just a few extra bonuses if you're interested. We do a new sales strategy every month for 10 months for as long as you stay with the program. So our first strategy is the Purge conversion strategy. It's the most successful strategy we have. In fact, I've got a client who, when we implemented this for him, he said, he'd been running his business since '94, and if he had used this strategy, he feels that he would have 300, at least 300 more customers because the strategy is that powerful. So it shows you how to convert Purge customers to ongoing service customers. The second is the Super Sleuth strategy. It shows you how to legally and ethically spy on your competitors. It gives you a big advantage in your market. In month 3, you would get our customer referral strategy. It shows you how to generate more referrals using marketing psychology. Bonus number 4 shows you how to work with non-competing local companies to generate more leads. Bonus 5 shows you how to sell to the top prospects on your target list. It's our knockdown list strategy. And again, with all of these, you get all the forms and all the scripts and everything for implementation. And a number of different other strategies as well. Again, 10 in all for as long as you stay with us as part of your bonus. You should also know that we grant the exclusive rights to our lead generation and conversion system to just one shredding and RM company per market. So if one of your competitors chooses us first, then we won't be able to work with you. So how much does it all cost? Well, honestly, we don't share our pricing on a public YouTube video, but our 1-2 punch program is affordable for any shredding or RM company regardless of size. And once more, it's a month-to-month arrangement, so there's no long-term commitment that's required. You can test it to see if it works for you. And if it's working, just continue with the program. And if it's not, you really haven't risked that much money. If you want to learn more, you can contact me, Jim Sullivan at Shred Marketing at 1-800-584-0936 or shoot me an email at jsullivan at shredmarketing.com. Thanks for watching our video. If I can help you grow your business, just let me know.